if you want to turn this teeny tiny brick into something like you made, like maybe this, then make sure you watch the entire video. It's pretty cool. Hey guys, welcome to another video of On Fire Roblox scripting. I know it's just been a little while since I've posted my last video, which is how to make the main menu. Because I'm kind of setting for a video a week. I don't know if that's too less. If you guys want more, hit that subscribe button and watch more videos. And I might start doing like maybe every 5 days. So yeah, in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys like how to make your own thing. So say like you want to make like I don't know, like you're making the next jailbreak, and you need like a prison. So and then you're like pretty new, so just go here, prison, and you're like, boom, I want that. And then it's gonna take forever to load, just like all the big stuff. Um, yeah, it's gonna take pretty long. Because it's so big. But yeah, here you go, your super duper massive sized thing. And then you go take a look at it, and you're like, that's not the style I want. It's like too grayish. And then you just go here, and if you know these two, exploring properties, and then you just take this model and you delete it, just like that. And then you find other ones. And that's basically what new people do. But if you don't know, you can actually make your own prison. So that's what I'm gonna be basically doing as an example. You guys can like be doing anything, but I'm just gonna be teaching you guys the basic things in building your own thing. So if you go into home, you can see that there's a part right here. So you can insert the part, a block, sphere, wedge, or cylinder. So in this case, I'm just gonna go part, and we got our regular part. Now in home or model, there will be select, move, scale, and rotate. So what select does is just selects it, unselect, select. Move, you can move your part. Scale, you can scale your part. And rotate, you can rotate your part. And some other things, if you go into model, you can see right here, rotate 45. You can always change it, like 90. And now whenever you rotate, it's just going to rotate 90. And if you put it onto 45, it will now rotate 45. If you put it onto 15, it will now rotate 15, just like that. And say it's 45. And you see this check mark? If you put it off, it's 45. If the check mark is off, there will be no limit, just like that. And if there's no move, then whenever you move it, there will be no limit. And that goes with the scale thing too. If there's no move, there is no scale, really. So this is pretty useful for making like the floor thin, super thin. But yeah, that's just some simple stuff. Okay, and now we can take this thing and say we actually want to make a jail. So first thing in a jail is usually a jail cell. So, oh yeah, and another thing is if you go into the parts properties, you can make it like, say if it's really tall, it has a shadow right here. If you don't want a shadow, you can check that off and the shadow's gone. That's just a cool thing. So, yeah. Then, basically, say you want to make, you can scale it. So this is going to be like my base, like the wall, just like that. That seems pretty cool. And then you can also duplicate it, just like that. And then if it was me, I would rotate it, move, so it fits perfectly. And if you don't know if it's fitting perfectly or not, you can put on join surfaces, so that there will be a blue surface. So like it's white, which means it's pretty good. and turns like a different color as soon as the surfaces are joined perfectly. If it's off, it's just normal. So joined surfaces always a cool thing to have. And then what we can do is duplicate that onto the other side. And yeah, that seems pretty good. And we've got our base wall just like that. That is pretty cool. I'm gonna make that just a little bit more wider. So now we've got that, and I don't really want the shadow, so I can click select. And you can only select one thing at a time. If you want to select more than one, then you select and then you press shift and select the next thing. So here says 2 parts and shift, select 3, shift, select all 4, and then I can put them cast shadow off, or you can select all 4 of them and turn them into a union right here. I'll touch on union and model later on a little bit. So after that, we can start making. Oh yeah, and also make sure that these things are anchored so they don't fall off. If it's anchored, which means wherever it is in the sky, it will stay there. If it's not anchored, if there's nothing underneath it, it'll just fall to the ground. Like how gravity actually works. I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to scale it like halfway right there. I'm going to duplicate it and move it just like that. So then what we can do is something like that. Make a little doorway. Just like that. That's going to be where our door is. Now this is obviously just a little too big for a door. So, I mean a little too tall, so we can duplicate it again. And then what we're going to do is bring it right there. And we can do that. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to make it just a little bit down. Okay, so basically we've got the outline of it. And we can group this. And go into model and union. What union does is make them just a thing. Like, it's one thing. So if you press shadow off, everything's shadow off. Just like that. If you change the color, all the color will change. So properties pretty important. This is where you can change all your colors. Except for it doesn't really work. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working. If it doesn't work, then just separate them and select all and then do it. That way it works. So, like, say I want my jail to be orange. Like, gold, actually. Golden jail. Just like that. And now, say we want to add bars. So we can go here. And here's the cylinder. That is a weird cylinder. Okay, and then we can rotate it just like that. Bring it up. Make sure the thing is perfect. And bring it right here. That's a bit off. Okay, let's put in another cylinder. Why are the cylinders like that? Okay, guess I'll never get an answer. So I'll just delete all those cylinders. And we'll just have to work with this one. So yeah, bring it one over. Scale. Just like that. And then what we can do is bring it in. So it looks, just a little bit better. Then this is where we can use like the move thingy. We can move it so that it is perfect. Like on the floor too. And like the join surface will tell us when the surface is on perfectly. And then we can take this thing and boom. Just like that, perfect. Then we can select it. And yeah. So we can make it anchor. Always got anchor. And you can always duplicate it just like that. And duplicate it. So right now we have 3 bars just like that. If we select these 3, like you select one, shift, and then we'll make these black just like that. And oh yeah, just select them again. And then you can go down here, can collide. This is also a pretty interesting thing. What it does is makes it so that you can just walk through it. That is pretty good. Now, like another pretty important thing of a jail is the floor. If you don't have a floor, that's a weird jail. So we can go back here, turn off the move, just like that, and match the floor perfectly with the join surface feature. That's perfect. And then we can go right here, and yeah, somewhere like that. And you can always change the floor up, like, I don't know, put it back to gold, and then move, duplicate, and just like that, you've basically got a jail. If you want to make it, a bit more smooth, you can always do that. Again, like that, and move just a little bit down till it's like perfect. Boom, it's super smooth. Actually, we can just move it up just one more. That's like as smooth as I can get. If you want, you can spend all your time just making it smooth. And yeah, if you want shadows, you can always choose which one you want shadows. So this is what it looks like from the inside. I'm just going to choose all that. Make the cast shadow not true. It's just like that. Now this is what it looks like from the inside. You can always decorate it. It's pretty cool. Now just another thing I want to touch on is models. So like if you select everything and you press Control G, or if you go, I think it was over here or somewhere. Right here, group, select everything, group, and now it's one thing. You can move it all around you want. And actually, before I end the video, I'm gonna touch on one last thing. It's like what the things are made out of. So obviously, when you start off, it's plastic. But if you want to give it more texture, like maybe a wooden texture, you can select all that, and then go into material, and you can go wood planks. You've got a wooden jail, and maybe these things you want a different one. Like maybe you want it to be marble, just like that. So now you've got your new jail, which looks like this. Gives it a new kind of theme. So yeah. And then maybe you kind of want a wooden golden theme, but you can't find it in Toolbox. You can always make it yourself. So, and if you want to test it, you can just insert a checkpoint. Oh, a spawn point, not a checkpoint. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn move back on. And then just down there, let's put it under the ground. And let's press play. So basically, as soon as you're in, you spawn on the spawn point. This is your nice jail. You can't escape it. Yeah, it's jail. You might want to make it higher. It's perfect size. And these things can collide true, and the bars are false, which means you can just walk right through them. But if you kind of want me to make a tutorial where you can make the bars maybe every minute, they just slide to the right, and then the player can just come through. Make sure to subscribe, comment if you want to see that. If no one comments, I'll probably still make it because I want to. And that video will probably come out in a week. So yeah, if you enjoyed this building tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!